Alright folks, this is going to be a little footstool. I took some stuff right there, it's supposed to last 50 years. Cut me some 2x4s down into essentially 2x2s, they're a little smaller. I had to plane these side pieces a bit, get them a little more even. Those legs right there, I'm going to take and glue into the corners. Get that up, then later on I'm going to put a shelf down on it with more supports around it. And I'm going to put some screws or nails in it. I hadn't decided yet. Probably screws. Pre-drill. So I'm going to put this thing on time lapse and let y'all watch me put some of this together. Alright folks, that's some of the legs together. When they get dry, see what the next step would be. Looks like I'm going to have to even out some legs. That's alright. Alright folks, here we go. Last time y'all saw this thing right here, it was nowhere near complete. It just had the top frame with those legs right there. Well, since then, as y'all can see, it is finished. Just an old rough looking thing for her to prop her feet up on with that new chair. You see, I added a shelf to it. These pads right here, I took a type of Gorilla Glue. It wasn't this wood glue, it's kind of like a super glue. I glued it to right here, and I glued these two pieces together. As you can see, they're not going to come apart. They're not going to come off. The rest of it's wood glue. There are no screws in this thing. Let me turn it upside down. Now, here you can see the bottom of it. Put in a little supports right here. Go along with here. I put supports down in here. I put blocks in between each leg, set of legs, to brace them that way. Now I put these blocks in to brace them that way. They've been clamped in with Gorilla Glue. They're not coming apart. This thing is pretty stable. As I said, Gorilla Glue is really, really good. I won't say it's the best. I'm not a pro, but it's always done me good. But did all that. I put this little shelf on here. Well, if she wants to put her feet up, she put her shoes on that. Prop her feet up. She had wanted me to do a pretty much step-by-step process, but I was playing this by ear. Figuring out what I needed. Having to go back and forth to make minuscule cuts to get things a little shorter, a little shorter, a little shorter, till they fit. This thing ought to last a good long time. And I told her if it starts to get wobbly, I'll put screws in it. I don't think it will. It does have a wobble of its own. I wound up getting one of the legs just a tad bit shorter. So if she wants to level it out, we can get some little levelers for it. Because it does have that little bit. I think I sanded it too much. But that is the footstool. These right here are those little pads you can get from Harbor Freight. Come in a pack of 4, they're pretty big. And I cut them down, cut little tabs off to do all that. This is just old 2x4 here that I had laying around. That's the old piece of 3/8 plywood I had laying around. Just stuff I had around here. One of the next things up, that little chair desk I made for her, we're going to put a frame on it, put some wheels on it, so she can have that available. Like if she wants to go outside and sit out there in the cooler days and do stuff, she can, and she'll have something to set it on. All right, folks. I guess that's going to be it. Just a simple little project. You can tell it's not very big. And it's now done. Just one of my many piddles. We'll see y'all. Duh.